We had an amazing result from an exercise that we did in my class the other day. I asked everyone, what is it that they truly, really deeply wanted? If they could ask for anything, what would that desire be? What would that thing be? And to my surprise, and I think to everyone in the class's surprise, they actually already had it. So I want to dive in to see maybe if we're missing something. And the desires that we have, we shouldn't actually have them as desires. We should actually just recognize that we have everything that we want. Maybe that's true. So let's find out. I don't usually try to pump this, but I've had a number of people recently say something like this. I can't believe you don't have more subscribers. I can't believe you don't have more views. Your content's amazing, yada, yada. I appreciate that very much. It's very beautiful of you to say that. And one of the reasons that I don't, or one of the ways that you can help me get there, is to actually click the subscribe button, click the like button, and do all that good YouTube stuff to help me out. So if you do like all of this, you can also leave a comment telling me what you like or what you didn't like, and that'll make a big difference too. So thank you for that. So I asked my students the question, what it is that they truly wanted. More than one person said, money, wealth. And so I said, okay, that makes sense. There's lots of people that want that. So let's take a moment and figure out why. What is it that you want your wealth for? And so they started diving in. Well, they wanted freedom. They didn't want to have to work all the time. They wanted to be able to create whatever they wanted. They wanted to invite their friends into a new neighborhood and give them all homes or whatever. Spend more time with friends and family. Okay. So then I said, okay, well, let's break those things down a little bit. Freedom. If we didn't have the money, how could we achieve freedom? And sure enough, people started answering, oh, well, you could meditate more. You could take more time to do whatever it is that you wanted to do. Yeah, you still have to work, but you do get quite a bit of time. What are some of the ways that you could have that freedom, even in your current situation? And the list got really long of all the different things you could do to feel free. Okay, spend more time with friends and family. Okay, how could we do that? Oh, the same sort of thing came up. We started to list out all the ways we could spend more time with friends and family, do more Zoom calls with them, invite them over, hang out with them more in our spare time. Because we do have spare time, or we can create it. We don't have to be busy all the time. And if you do feel that way, then you probably should reevaluate that, and that you don't actually have to be busy all the time. You're manufacturing that falsehood, really. Even though you think that it's very, very legit. No, you don't understand, Xane. I'm really, really busy. Well, but you can make time for the things that you really want. And so as we continue to break it all down, we realized it would be very easy to access all of those things. Not wealth, necessarily. They still might be able to do that. But we didn't have to get wealth in order to create those things. And so that's, I think, one of the traps that we get into. We look at all the things that we need to do or that we want to do, and we say, okay, how am I going to get there? Oh, well, if I just had wealth, then it would be. And then we're done. Then our brain stops thinking because we go, oh, well, that's the solution. Well, actually, it is a solution, but the way that the system is set up is not so conducive to you being able to just be wealthy like that. It's possible. It is very possible to become wealthy. You could put a lot of effort into that. You could spend 10, 15, 20 years, and you could get there. If you really wanted to, you can. I mean, that's kind of how this is set up. But what would happen during those 10, 15, 20 years? You would be working like crazy. You would be striving to get this wealth so that you could do all of these things that you could do anyway. And that's the thing. It's really, really important to not stop at wealth, to go ahead and say, well, why do I want it? What would I do with it? How could I make my life pretty close to having that experience, that wealth experience? Oh, well, I want wealth so I'm not stressed about making money or paying for my house. Well, okay. Then maybe you need to work on solutions to stress. Maybe you need to work on, because what generally happens is that when somebody becomes wealthy, what happens? Yeah, for like the first 6 months maybe, they're like, yeah, woohoo, this is great. I don't have to worry and stress. But guess what? at some point, you resume your normal processes, your normal brain processes, your normal emotional processes, your normal energetic processes. So if you haven't resolved stress in your life, then just becoming wealthy is not going to change that. You're going to find other things to be stressed about. You're going to be worried about health. You're going to be worried about the way people treat you. You're going to be worried because now your friends are wanting some of your money all the time. There's always going to be some sort of reason that you can feel the way that you felt before you were wealthy. So what if I said to you, in 10 years on your birthday, I am going to make you wealthy? Like that. You've got 10 years to get ready. What would you do then? Well, maybe you'd start working on some of these things. Well, I know that in 10 years I'm going to become wealthy. So how can I get myself prepared? I can resolve these issues in my life. I can fix this and I can fix that. I've got 10 years. Do I want to just sit around waiting for 10 years? Or do I want to reach out to friends and family? Maybe I want to reach out to a friend and we're going to have a great time. We're going to plan for that day. There's so many ways to approach this where it's not you stuck in a rut, just waiting for the one thing to be happy. I had somebody else in my class say, well, I'm waiting for that fulfillment. I've been waiting for that my entire life. I've been trying to figure out how to get fulfillment. I figured that by now I would have gotten it. And then she said something like, well, and maybe I will in 30 years, but I'm not there now. And I can work toward it. I said, okay, that sounds really good. You can work toward fulfillment. So let's say that 30 years from then, which maybe she would be 70 or 80 at that point, she finally got fulfillment. What then? What would she say? Yay, I got it. And how long does it last? 10 minutes? A day? A week? 5 minutes? And then she can look back and say, uh-oh, what did I do this whole time? What was I doing for that 20 or 30 years leading up to that moment? That could be a huge disappointment. You could be working so hard to get to this fulfillment thing that you don't actually enjoy anything in your life. You've made yourself essentially miserable because you haven't gotten there yet. And so what did you get? 10 minutes, maybe a week of fulfillment versus 70 or 80 years of none of that? That doesn't sound like a good deal to me. I would much rather live in the now and enjoy everything that I have access to, everything that I can possibly do, everything that is fantastic and beautiful about this paradise planet. Look at me right now. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm in the Los Angeles area. This beautiful bush behind me. The sun is wonderful. The beach is really not all that far away. So these are the types of things that we can spend our time doing. We can spend our time loving absolutely everything that is currently happening to us at any moment, every single day. So let's go ahead and maybe do an activation. Let's see if we can create a sense of fulfillment, a fulfillment activation. This will be based on being fulfilled, being satisfied, being happy, accepting all that you currently have. Okay, let's do this. Close your eyes. Take a nice big deep breath. And relax on your exhale. Feel yourself sinking into your chair that you're sitting in. Feel how comfortable that chair is. Feel an acceptance or a fulfillment for sitting there in that chair. You get to sit. Right now, you're not running around trying to get things done. You have a moment that you can sit and relax. So congratulations. Feel that moment. I see you with a smile on your face. As you look around your room, as you walk about your life, as you drive somewhere, as you're walking through the grocery store, when you're doing your laundry, when you're doing the basic things in life, I see you with a smile on your face because you are satisfied, you are fulfilled with everything that happens to you. Everything that you signed up for is happening. Congratulations. And everything that you signed up for will continue to happen. And so you can enjoy that because everybody, every soul wants to come here to Earth and experience this craziness. And yeah, there might be a lot of pain, there might be a lot of suffering, there might be a lot of joy, and there might be a lot of triumph. Probably all of that. And that's why we come here, to experience it. So let's focus in on feeling fulfilled over this incredible life that we've been given. The way my activations work is, I'm going to say breath in. You'll take a nice big deep breath. You'll hold it at the top, and you'll wait for me to say the word, awaken, and then you can exhale. A fulfillment activation. Breath in. Awaken. Good. Okay. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for participating in that activation. I definitely like to see how that felt, because that's a new one. Every once in a while, I get inspired to do a brand new one that I've never done before. So let me know if it had an impact. Do you feel more satisfied over your life right now? Do you feel more comfortable? Do you feel more accepting over everything exactly as it is? I would love that to be true, because the more that you feel that way, the higher your vibration will raise, the easier it will be to handle all of these things that you experience in your life. And it'll become so easy that you spread that to others. And maybe you even learn your spiritual gifts if you haven't already. Maybe it can make a huge difference in your life, your family's life, and all of our lives. Because how you feel is a direct reflection and a direct projection onto all of us. If you'd like, there's another activation that you can download off of my website. If you check on the link below, it is a nervousness relief activation. You can do this anytime you're about to do something that would normally make you nervous. If you're about to ask for a raise, or ask someone out on a date, or give a talk in front of lots of people, or maybe even talk to the camera for the first time. If you do this 10 or 15 minutes before that activity, then you will notice a huge drop in that nervousness feeling, that cloudy mind, that tense chest. You'll be able to relax and be your true self, the one that we all want to see when you talk to camera, and when you ask us out on a date, and when you ask for a raise. We want to see that version of you. So I really highly recommend you download it. And thank you so much for watching this video. It means the world to me. And I love you unconditionally. And I'll see you on the next one. Have an incredible day.